DEELA, bitch. I'm
Oh,
allowed to
my
swear.
God. DEELA is a British-Nigerian rapper who grew up in Lagos and blends early 2000 Afrobeats nostalgia with her modern, edgy sound and owns one of the boldest visual identities in music right now.
Oh, period.
What about old Nollywood films do you find captivating?
I just love the drama. The girls, they were actually all wicked. They will eye you down.
Oh, yeah.
Rita
They're the
Dominic will
baddies.
give you a stupid eye. They didn't care that, like, their parents were like, what are you wearing? I'm out for a party. That's who I am. Even with my parents. My mom was like, is that how you're going out? I'm like, yeah, don't you like it?
What is the consistent thread across your brand that you want people to remember?
I always want people to remember that I'm a Nigerian rapper. I'll be stupid to ignore my culture, ignore early Afrobeats and not fuse it with that. I like the fact that people are able to see that I'm authentic. I want people to look at me and think cop out, sell out, because it's never gonna give that. There was one comment I read on Twitter was like, am I not afraid of marketing myself as Wicked Babe? And I was out thinking like, am I scaring the hoes? Being strict is easy in theory. Discipline is hard to follow through sometimes. There's a war on bad bitches.
Yeah.
They always try to humble the bad bitches.
Speak on it.
And I'm not gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
Blocked.
Hey real ones, and welcome to a new episode of Real with Rayo. Today I'm with a very, very special guest, and we're going to be getting into the real and personal branding because there's no one better to have this conversation with.
Oh, thank you.
The British-Nigerian rapper who grew up in Lagos and blends early 2000 Afrobeats nostalgia with her modern, edgy sound and owns one of the boldest visual identities in music right now.
Oh, period.
From her EP, Good Girl No They Pay with Junior Bambino to co-signs from Baby Keem and Isaiah Rashad and collabs with Flo Milli and Tenny, DEELA's artistry is as intentional as it is undeniable. She's been named one of the top 10 African rappers by the Recording Academy, performed at Lagos Boiler Room, and fronted campaigns like Jeffrey Campbell Lagos, all while building a brand that's instantly recognizable. Today, we'll unpack how she's crafted that brand, the courage it takes to own your own image, and the balance between sound, style, and sell. DEELA, welcome to the show.
Hey, it's DEELA, bitch. I'm
Oh,
allowed to
my
swear.
God. Yeah, you can. I was
Okay.
actually itching to say that as well. I was itching to say that because I feel like it's only right. That's the consistent
That's
thread.
the introduction. The only one.
Enough said.
Exactly.
Well, firstly, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Well, like ish. I went to maiden voyage yesterday, like I said, so I was out till like 7 a.m. this morning.
Did you end up?
No, we didn't. I just was being outside. I just thought sometimes you just don't want to go back home.
Fair.
So I was just outside. In what was it, Elephant and Castle, like east? Is that east? No, that's
Yeah.
southeast. So I was with my friends, and yeah, I had a good night. But I'm calm.
Yeah.
Just need to sleep again after this.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
And before we get into the crux of the episode, I think it's only right we play a game, and I want you to set some things straight.
Okay.
Are you a wicked babe or a good girl?
Wicked babe. Thank you.
Okay. I have also set some scenarios for you to clarify that. So maybe your choice might change depending on the scenarios.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. So the wicked babe is the bold, unapologetic choice, and then the good girl is the safe, softer, more reserved choice. So let's say you're at an industry event and a big name artist, like someone you absolutely love and adore, you'd go up to them and you speak to them and they snub you. What'd you do?
Keep it pushing.
Yeah?
Keep it pushing. Sometimes they say don't meet your heroes, and they're right.
Has that ever happened to you?
No, it hasn't. But I just choose not to take things personally, especially in an industry like this. You have to like really remove yourself from situations, because like most of the time it's not you. Like it really isn't you. It's like their ego, or like they're dealing with something, politics, something always behind the doors. Like it's never a you problem.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
That's real.
Yeah.
Okay. So a director suggests changing your music video concept to something more marketable. What'd you do?
Define marketable, like what? Like,
I mean, that's the thing. I feel like maybe we can get into this. Marketable is so
like more mainstream, like something more safe, like on the safer option, so people can get it.
Yeah, exactly.
you see, sometimes I even have this like discussion with like my team where like, okay, I have like an idea and it's not necessarily something that they think like people will get. I guess like it's just about compromising. Because like sometimes you do have to dumb things down for people. To,
Oh my
like...
God, that reminds me of this Nicki lyric. And she's like, I dumb my raps down so I don't lose this vision.
No, right.
I feel like that's
Right.
kind of what I'm struggling with this podcast as well. Like even people giving me opinions and I'm like, no, I don't
want to take that
that's
on.
not what I intended it for it to be.
Exactly.
But then I also understand because it's almost like having that be a segue into it. So once you grasp their attention, then you can do what you want.
But then I also don't really subscribe to that as well.
Same.
Because it's like, why am I pretending to do something just so I can capture people? Then that means this is not my real audience.
Yeah.
If they don't really want to, you know, get on board with what I have the vision, you know, to be. But like, I don't know, it's a sticky one.
Yeah.
I think I would definitely not 100% do the safe thing. I would definitely mix my stuff, but like I will be putting my foot down. Like it's not, you can tell when something's authentic, like from an artist versus someone telling them to do something.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people are going to be like, oh, that's so cool. But like once that veil is off, when that mask is off, like who are you?
Yeah.
Like it's only so long the facade can last for.
Yeah. And I think it's so funny because sometimes people underestimate how smart audiences are. Like
Facts.
we can tell when something has been manufactured and you're playing a character rather than you being yourself. So just be real.
Be real.
So you're in the studio and your producer says, let's tone this lyric down. Because your lyric... No,
Is it that bad? Wait, guys.
No. You know what's so funny? Like, because I've known that I was going to have you on for a minute now. Right. So I was just like listening to some of like your music from even things that I hadn't know like already listened to. So like your older stuff. And I was like, DEELA talks crazy on the track.
Right.
It's like, first of all, real, but... But like, how do you just say this?
I don't
like
even
when
know.
you're in the room, like do you just say this?
I don't know. It's
like...
just, I guess it's just like thoughts in my head that just need to come out. Like I really don't know. I don't know. I feel like from young, honestly, like I've been like this. Like ask my parents. Like they say I used to like the first words I was saying, like it was like argumentative.
Really?
Like I was very argumentative. Like before I could speak, my brother who's like 5 years older than me, I'd be arguing with him in like baby language. Like that was me arguing, and like I would cry.
You've
all
been
the
standing
time.
on business.
Yeah. Apparently so. That's what they say.
Gosh.
Yeah.
No, that's funny. So you don't take any input from producers when you're recording?
No, I definitely will, because there's some producers that like have worked with like bigger artists than me, and like some producers know when to input their advice, like okay, say that lyric a bit punchier, or let's go back in again, like it doesn't sound quite nice, doesn't sound great, we're a bit off key. I'll go back and do it again 100%.
Yeah.
I'm open for like suggestions, but like if you're telling me to change a lyric because it's a bit too mad, then like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna keep going.
Okay. So you spot your ex in the crowd while performing one of your...
I'm already irritated. What the fuck? I'm already irritated. Oh my god.
One of like your most punchy, raunchy lyrics. Like, what do you do? Do you like move away and be like, okay, let me just act like I didn't say it? Or do you like look him in the eye and say that lyric?
I'm definitely not looking them in the eye.
Okay.
Out of sight, out of mind. I think something similar has actually happened to me before.
Really?
It was crazy. Like
how did
he
that
just
come
pulled
about?
up with like someone else.
Like
and
a girl?
like with and I was like, oh right, as I'm performing, great. Obviously I'm not a crash out queen. Like that's one thing I stand on. Like I don't believe in crashing out. I feel like it's a waste of energy, and it just doesn't really solve anything. Like I feel like niggas want you to crash out, and they want to be like, that's what it is. This bitch is crazy, or they just like poking the bear, and they want a reaction.
Out of you.
They want a reaction at the end of the day. So like, I'm also not gonna crash out in front of like people who have come to see me.
Yeah.
So
very
I just
professional.
Keep it in. I went to the bathroom. I screamed though. I screamed. I came out the bathroom. They were like, "Who's screaming?" I was like, "I don't know."
Oh my god.
I don't know.
But that's really good that you were able to keep your calm while you were performing.
I just had to. I had to. My heart sunk though, but I was like,
yeah, that's
Jesus,
crazy.
Jesus. It's okay, Sha. People are mad.
Oh my gosh. Okay, final one. Someone DMs you asking for a free feature because it'll give you exposure. What'd you do?
Ed, I'm not even replying. What does exposure mean?
Oh my gosh. Do you still get that? Like,
No, I mean, there are people that are like, oh, let me send you some, but like, it's like, I don't know. No, I'm not doing. I mean, features is like a sticky one. You can either be paid or like you can get like a huge chunk of like the royalties or something like that. I feel like it also depends on the artist that's asking you, or like if I really fuck with the song or like the beat, then yeah, I'm gonna try it. But like exposure, what does that mean? Like also like what are your plans with release? Do you have like
a rollout
content or
plan?
rollout plan? Is it
Yeah.
just me on the song? Then it's not gonna have any impact. You know, these things are important.
Yeah.
But it will most likely be a no.
Yeah. No, I feel you, because I feel like exposure can be fluffy. It's like, it's not clearly defined.
And also, who's your audience? Who says that
right.
your
What
audience
if
is
we actually are
we're not
as much of a
compatible?
possible?
Like,
Yeah.
we're not. Yeah.
Okay, so I think I have a good read on you now. So
okay. Okay. I didn't know that's what we were doing.
Well, I want to get into who DEELA was, like in Lagos, 23 years, you know, ago. Yeah. Who were you? Like, what were you like as a child?
Very argumentative. I think I was always crying. I think I also remember always crying. But like figured out. Was I what? Emotional, yes. Very
still
emotional. I am still very emotional. I think
same.
I've accepted that. I was used to like be like, no, like that's not who I am. But I'm a Pisces sun, Leo moon.
I'm a Pisces moon.
Oh nice. Right. The swapperoo. And I have always been very into like creative stuff. I used to be very into acting. I was acting. I used to go to boarding school in Nigeria, Day Waterman College, if you know about it. So I was acting there. I was quite good in drama. I got a drama prize. Very into academics because I thought that's what my pathway was. Great in sciences, not too in my own horn. I'm just saying the truth.
Talk that.
And yeah, I would say like high achiever. Based on like what my parents do. My mom's a banker. My dad has his own business, so I just always see them like working hard. And but they're always like advising me. Like one of the first things I remember my mom telling me was, "Don't trust anybody." Except from God and your family. Even like you have to be wary with everyone. And that stuck with me forever because like the snakes keep exposing themselves in the grass, and it's just like, wow, you can actually never trust anyone.
Yeah.
So I guess honestly that's made me like a bit closed off and very cautious when it comes to like letting normal friends in or like making new friends. Relationships, I guess you kind of hear it in my music as well, because
that makes so much sense. Yeah.
So just me being real, like I don't know, that's just how I've been growing up as well.
Yeah. That's really interesting you say that, because I think I can relate to some of what you said. But the question I have for you now is, how do you navigate that with pivoting your career? Because I think when you start to scale and build yourself, you have to let people in, and you also have to trust their expertise and trust that they have your best interest at heart.
Right.
So how do you balance that sense of, you know, having your wits about you, but then also just trusting that people are also there to help you?
So this is so funny. Like, I just started working with my manager last year, right? And he's like a cool guy. He's a calm guy. He's a calm guy.
Comfy.
But like up until like I would say like it's been like more than a year now. Up until like maybe a good year in, I used to be micromanaging a lot of things. He's like, yo, just let me do my job. But it's like it's not in my nature to give everything to one person to do, because at the end of the day, it's also my vision to do something. So I have to act as a shadow. I've learned to act as a shadow, but also add an input whenever I see someone is doing something that like deters from like my image or like what I believe in. I feel like, yeah, just spending more time with people and trusting that they have my best interests at heart.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm working on, and so far so good.
Yeah. Instinctually, even before we started recording, remember I said to you, I feel like you have a good team. Like I can feel it as well. And I think that's super important because you're only as good as your team as well.
100%.
There's so much that goes on behind closed doors. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of like the music industry per se, but even with this, I've learned so much because it's like a whole other game, and there's so
Right.
much involved that you think, oh, a
You
clip just
can
goes
just
up, and you're like,
no, no,
no,
no, no. It's all planned.
it is all
It's
planned.
all
And that
planned.
was a
It's all
surprise.
planned.
It was on the scheme that's not set up.
It's a setup.
No, it's crazy though, because I think that's something that people don't really talk about.
Mhm.
We only just see the finished
The
product.
finished project. Yeah.
So your team is only as good as you are. And even when I
Facts.
look at really successful artists now, I think it's amazing when you can also see the team behind them, down to
100%.
like managers or stylists or like
Mhm.
even like glam. Like
100%.
everything plays a
It needs to
part.
tie together. The team needs to be unified for
Yeah.
you to really take off. And like that's why I don't really agree with people saying that like, oh, like you don't owe anyone anything. Like, you know, I feel like we're in this like age where like individualism is like just at a utmost high.
Yeah.
People feel like they don't need community. They don't need to like inconvenience themselves to show up for the community. But that is literally what it means to show up for people. You don't feel like going out. It's your friend's birthday. You have to go out. You can't stay in bed because you feel like just not today. You know what I mean? Imagine how you're going to make the person feel.
Yeah.
And that's the same way you work with your team. Like my team is still very small. I have Uche, my manager, my bestie that I work with. Her name is Tio Diamond Heart. She's a stylist. And the way we met was even like I just met her on a show. And I was styling myself at this time. I still had style. Like I was there. But she was like, you dress so good. I would love to be your stylist. And this was like 3 years ago. And we've just been working together ever since. And she basically is like my creative director as well. We just bounce ideas off each other and we seem to always be on the same page, which is, you know, thankful. Like it's great. And like all the things you said about my branding is like literally both of us just like powering through, you know. She's Nigerian girl, so she gets where I'm coming from.
Nice.
You know, it's very easy to work with her.
That's amazing. Was she the one that also casted you for the Jeffrey Campbell?
Yes.
Yeah, because I was listening to another podcast you did, and I do know she was actually your bestie as well. So that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
What's that relationship like?
It's great. I feel like we found a balance now. In the beginning, it was a bit like iffy because like you're like, oh, yo, I like deadline.
Can you get?
Can you give?
This is my friend that edits this.
Can you give it to
No,
me?
literally.
And she's like, I'm working on so much, and I'm like, girl, I got a life too. It's just like,
oh my god, this is literally he's and I.
It's crazy. But you need a middleman.
Yeah,
you need a middleman to be like.
So who's the middleman?
My manager.
Okay.
Yes. So he'll be like, he won't say, DEELA told me to tell you, just like, so
you
how
need
far
to do
with this?
Okay.
Yeah, how far with this? You know, I feel like you need to, there's some boundaries as well, like maybe not talking about work past a certain time, because like, then you just figure out that all you speak about is work. You know, there's other stuff happening in our lives, and like, as a friend, are you good? You know, aside from the work that we're doing. And I think we work great together.
Amazing, amazing. And what would 23-year-old DEELA say to her younger self?
Ooh, I would just be like, expect the unexpected. Because I thought at some point I was going to be like a gynecologist.
Really? Oh, yeah, because you said you were good at science.
Yeah, so I did biomed at uni. And I was going to specialize in gynecology. I was going to do like a year in research and then specialize. And I was just there and I was like, oh my God, no way. I'm not doing this. And I never thought I could go down a creative path, even though I was acting, writing poems. I used to play the violin. Then I moved to England for boarding school, and that kind of like made me go in a shell a little bit because the culture shock was crazy.
Yeah.
The underlying undertone of racism was crazy. It just made me really like hate anyone that was not Nigerian. So that just made me like really keep to myself and keep to just Nigerians. And then I wasn't in plays. I wasn't playing my violin anymore. I wasn't writing poetry. I wasn't doing the things I liked to anymore because I was just like, I'm in a space where no one values what I'm doing anyway. So why would I try and force you know, this on them? And I'm grateful that I got out of that shell like maybe like 3 years in. And my mom was like, yo, you can't really be letting people be dull your shine. And that just helped me like get out of that again and fall in love with music again. Because before then I used to like, in the autumn, I used to like lead the church choir sometimes.
Oh, amazing.
And like, yeah, I like looking back at it, like people ask me, were you always creative? And I used to say like, no. But then looking back, like there were literally times I'm writing a song with no beat in my room. That's poetry. I'm literally leading the church choir. I'm doing a medley of songs, doing research on like church songs that go well together, you know. So yeah, I've definitely always been creative and I love acting. I definitely want to continue that in the future.
Yeah, it's almost like you know what some of my next questions are because that's been a consistent thread with your music videos as well. I've noticed there's always like some
A
form of
skit.
acting. Yeah,
Yeah.
you love a skit.
I
You
love
love a
it.
skit. And I remember you were even saying how you were watching old Nollywood films to get
Mm-hmm.
concept ideas for
Mm-hmm.
Supreme D. So
Yeah.
what about acting just excites you?
It's just fun to like play someone else.
Mhm.
It's fun to like read a script and embody someone else, and like
Yeah.
you can just really get into it. You can just do different things. I feel like acting is like a way of being crazy, but you're being
Mhm.
paid for it, and like you
Mm.
can do whatever you want, and I love that.
Mhm. Being crazy with a check.
With a check, exactly.
I know that's right. Okay. What has your process of self-discovery been like
Mm-hmm.
from transitioning from living in Nigeria, going to boarding school in
Mm,
England, going to uni, studying biochem?
right.
I know you also had a job at some point.
Cha.
It's almost like you've lived so many lives at 23
Bruh.
and now you're an artist. Are you doing this full time at
I
the
am an
moment?
artist full time.
Yeah, so
Thank God.
thank God. Well, let's clap for that because
Yeah.
that is not easy.
Thank you.
So
Thank
that's
you.
amazing and should be
Thank you.
celebrated in itself.
Hmm. It's been like a up and down journey. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like with everything in life, um, going from, like I said, boarding school from Nigeria to the UK, that was a shock. When like I had my friends to pull me through that. Thankfully, the school I went to, there were like loads of Nigerians in there.
Mm.
So all of us were like struggling with the same thing. We're like, these
Okay.
people don't give a shit about us, and like we try to like report things that happen, and they're like, oh, the girls are just joking.
Oh.
Oh, the girls are just joking. Waldingham School.
Oh, you're calling them
Waldingham School, racist institution. Yo, you guys are horrible. Horrible.
That is
Anyways,
really hard,
yeah.
but it's so crazy because when we think back, when we look back, you're so young. You're like 13.
And then you don't realize the real things it does to you till you're older. You're like, wait. So that's
100%.
why I was like that, because these people really put me in a box.
Yeah. And I just think if I ever found out my child was being treated like that, honestly, I would go
It's
ballistic.
crazy.
Because I think it's actually insane.
It's crazy.
But then, in a way, we didn't really know. You don't really know
You don't
when you're in
know.
it
You
as
don't
well. There's
know.
that naivety and innocence as a child again,
Mhm.
and also coming from Nigeria where you don't even have to think
About it, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're very passionate in Nigeria. So
Mhm.
if someone wrongs you, even if you're having fun with someone, you're just loud about it. When you're loud there, they're like, you're so intimidating. Like, and I'm very tall for my age.
Mm.
I am tall. Like, and like when I just got there, like I remember the girls just like I had heard someone had said that like, oh, this new girl has come and she's like very intimidating. I hadn't said a word to any of them. Like,
That's horrible.
I just came to this space. But enough about them.
Yeah. Moving on, child.
Enough about them.
Yeah.
And going into A levels, that was also really, A levels was hard, bro.
Yeah.
A levels was difficult. I did maths, chemistry, and biology.
Wow.
I've always been good at sciences, so chemistry, biology was like kind of very calm for me. I was like cruising through A's. Maths, oh my god, horrible. That was the worst 2 years of my life. Like I was getting consistent U's in first year A levels, and then I was like, okay, I actually need to pass to go to uni. I had to sit down, and COVID hit, so I actually didn't get to write my exams. But I was so lucky. The last exam I wrote, my mock, I got an A. So that's how I was able to get 3 A's at the end of my A levels. I went to University of Manchester. I'm very happy I went out of uni in London. Gave me different perspective. I feel like the white people there are very different to the white people south.
100%.
Like,
100%. I went to uni in Swansea too as well.
right?
And I agree. It's a different
lovely,
vibe.
yeah.
I recommend like venturing out.
Yes,
Yeah.
go see somewhere else other than London. Have a campus feel. It's also way cheaper. And the accommodation
More
was
beautiful as well. You can
Yes.
actually enjoy nature.
You can actually enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Go hiking. Do the things you wouldn't do in London. And that was a great experience. Biomed was a bit tough. Like, yeah, I think I don't know how I did it, man.
Yeah.
I think it was just like, honestly, that I feel like I just have a blank. I don't even remember what I learned there. I just know I graduated with 2-1, made my parents happy, and I was ready to go. Yeah, moving on. And what's so crazy is that I was like to God, like, if I'm gonna do music full time, give me a sign that like this is my path, because I love making music, but right now it looks like I also need to put me first. I need money. Like, I would really like to not be reliant on my parents so much. They've already, helped me throughout uni. It's time for me to find my own way, even though they're not necessarily putting pressure on me. But it's important to have your
Of
own,
course.
goals and
Yeah.
aspirations. And I remember Milli just sent her verse for Take It Up. And I was like, this is the sign, because the same week I'm graduating is the same week I'm releasing like a huge features, like
Yeah.
huge song with a huge feature that was for free. Like, she found out about the song on TikTok.
Yeah.
And
That's
she,
amazing.
right? And she just sent a verse, and I was like, this is the sign. Then I got my job. I got fired. Thank you, Jesus. The best day of my life.
Oh my gosh.
No, literally the best day of my life. Like, I'm not even joking. That was a sign as well in itself, because I was so unhappy in London. I feel like I was getting paid. Most of my money was going to TFL.
Can we talk about that really quickly?
Everything to TFL.
It's insane.
And then I pay my bills, and then and then Ubers when you're going out to your friends. You want to see your friends, you're too tired. And like, because I was working every day, the only time I had time for sessions was on the weekends. And I'm burnt out. I don't have anything to talk about. So I'm going to work with these boring people that, like, they won't even allow me be quiet and do my work. Because if I'm quiet and I'm doing my work, I don't want to talk to anyone, and I'm not social.
Yeah.
You know how they work in England? If you don't complain about how much work you have, you're not working. And I hate it. Why am I coming? Like, rather than saying, "Oh, I have so, like, why can't I just get on with it?" Like, I don't know. It's a strange working environment. I feel like also that place was just strange, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I got fired during Easter. Same day I got fired, I got booked to do like a radio show. I was like, this is a sign. This is another sign. I went to Lagos for Easter, and I just decided I'm way happier with my parents here. Like, I don't like, because I've been in boarding school for so long. I haven't lived with them in the house for in a long time. So I was like, I'm way happier here. My mom was like, why don't you move back for like just a year, like get yourself together? I was like, no, I need to save money. Mom was like, how much money do you want to save? Are you even how are you gonna save the money?
Yeah.
Like, what money are you saving? And I was like, you're so right. So I moved back, and I've been back since last year Easter.
Okay.
But I've been flying in and out, thankfully, because I had shows and things to do in London. So it's been like, I feel like it's been a good journey. I'm very happy with the progression, and it just seems that, like, as I realize things and being let go from like the things that was holding me back from not doing what I wanted to do. So like, I'm very happy to be in this position and making music full time. Yeah.
That's such a beautiful story, and I think it's such a true testament of just trusting the journey.
100%.
It's almost as if when something came that might have been what you thought you wanted, another thing that was actually meant for you just presented itself,
exactly.
and you've just flowed naturally. And I think that's the important thing, because sometimes when those opportunities come and you resist, you're actually missing out on your blessings because it's presented itself as a blessing, but you have to trust it. Yeah.
Trust your intuition, trust your gut.
Yeah.
Take it, and like, do it when you're afraid. Who said that? There's a quote. Who said that? I don't know. I think I've heard it.
DEELA.
Do it when you're DEELA said that, right? Do it when you're afraid.
I mean, you have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
Can't be thinking no regrets. I have no regrets, honestly.
Yeah.
No regrets.
One of the things that strikes me about your brand is how bold you are, even down to the intentional choice of capitalizing your name across comms.
Right.
I don't know why I love that, because I work on Lego and Asics. They were one of my clients as well, and they also capitalize their name across comms.
Right.
So I know that's such a powerful move.
It is.
And I just love that you've picked up on that. What made you decide to make that choice and be so bold with your brand?
Honestly, like, when I was writing my name, I was like, this doesn't look right in small letters. Like, just doesn't look right. And like, even just the big D alone and everything else, it just didn't look right. It just had to be DEELA in all caps. And it's just important that I let everyone know that's how you spell it. All caps, always. And I don't know, it just kind of matched the lyrics I was saying as well. And I don't know, it just came naturally to me. And what's so funny is my name is Adiola, actually. But my name, DEELA, I was out with my friends one night, and she just started calling me DEELA. All of us were like drunk, and she was like, DEELA, DEELA. Everyone was like, who's that? And she pointed at me. I was like, I've always wanted a nickname, and that's perfect.
Okay.
And that's how the name came about. And when I started rapping, I was like, what would my name be? And it was like, DEELA just made the most sense.
In all caps.
In all caps, exactly.
Exactly. Okay. What is the consistent thread across your brand that you want people to remember?
Hey, real ones, it's Rayo here. I'm really sorry to interrupt, but if you're enjoying this episode, I would really appreciate if you liked, commented, shared, or subscribed. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so your contribution will be extremely valuable in growing this channel and getting more amazing interviews just like this one. Don't forget to check out DEELA's new single on Friday called Slide. Let's show her so much love and comment your favorite DEELA lyric. Love you. Bye.
What is the consistent thread across your brand that you want people to remember?
I always want people to remember that I'm a Nigerian rap girl.
Mm.
Like I know rap is very much American and like it, originated from I think New York.
Yeah, New York.
It's very American. So when I put Good Girl No They Pay out, I was like, this is definitely my sound because you listen to my older stuff, it's very like hip hop, Young Nudies type beats, and I still love those. But I realized that like to really stand out from the rest of America, it'd be great to break in there. Like most of my audience is from America, but like to have that edge, I'm literally Nigerian. I'll be stupid to like ignore my culture, ignore like early Afro beats and not fuse it with that. It was a no-brainer for me to do that, and also just I love the fact that you say I'm bold, and I like the fact that people are able to see that I'm authentic, through my branding, because that's very important. I want people to look at me and think like cop out, sell out, because like it's never gonna give that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's evident even how you incorporate like old Nollywood into like your video themes and even your photo shoots. The things you align yourself with have that consistent thread. Because I was thinking about it. I was like, what should I speak to DEELA about? And I was like, personal branding. She does that really well.
Thank you.
And I think also taking into account that you haven't actually been doing this for such a long time. You've been doing this for what, 5 years?
5 years, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's a masterclass.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You've spoken about the struggles of visibility as an independent artist and some of like the financial struggles as well.
Right.
How do you do more with less?
You gotta find your people. You gotta find your people and just explain to them this is just the phase we're in.
Yeah.
And it's a building thing. Because I feel like people always love to hop on when you're hot. They don't want to be with you when you're building.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky that my team is with me as I'm building. So like for example, Tio that I met when I did a show and she came up to me, I was like, I want to style you. I was like, girl, I don't have any money to give you to style. And she was like, no, it's not about that. Like I want to work with you to build something.
That's real.
And I remember when I Take It Up and I sent it to her, she was like, what's your plan for a video? I was like, I don't know, man. I have a camcorder. Let's just try to do something. She was like, no, I'm going to put a call out on Instagram and I'm going to put out a call out for all creatives who want to work on a cunt video. And I'm going to tell them there's no pay except for resources. So like, for example, if you look at the video, like I'm in like a room. I hired this great set designer, Poppy Whitehorn, to do the room, but I only paid for like the stuff she needed.
Like the props.
The props. I didn't pay for her time and her service, but she was so happy to like have her work be displayed and be credited properly. It's all about these little things. Like when you're crediting people properly, show them that you really appreciate what they're doing. Even on the day, like, okay, I can't pay all the extras, but I have food for everybody.
Yeah.
There's water for everybody. You're providing little things to just be hospitable.
Hospitable, yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just really the key. Showing people that they're appreciated. Even if it's not through monetary value, there's other things that you can show them that like, I really fuck with what you're doing for me. And I really hope that we can build together.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, community is what builds you up.
100%. I could really relate when you spoke on that. And it's something that I struggle with at the moment. Also because I think sometimes the easy way is to do something like controversial, or like something that's raunchy. And it's like, that's just not really true to who I am.
It's just a quick
fix. And at the end of the day, like we want to be here for a good time and a long
time. Exactly.
We don't want just like instant gratification and be hot for a minute and like
because that
You know
dies
what I
out,
mean?
fizzles out quick.
Exactly. And what's the point? It doesn't feel as good as well.
Mm-mm.
But what you said about having people believe in you, I think that's so important. And I really feel it now. Like, I think it's beautiful that your friend even decided to do it for free. Because you don't really have people do that anymore. That's actually
No,
rare.
you
Like,
don't.
I don't know many people that would do something
Yeah.
for free. Most times it's like,
Give me the
you have
money,
to
give me the
give me that money,
money.
you have to negotiate it, then they want this, then they want that. And it's like
It's
very
crazy.
transactional rather than it just being pure belief.
Pure belief. And also the thing about the creative industry that people don't really realize is that when you're starting, for example, as a stylist, why in the hell am I gonna pay you 1K when I'm the first person you're styling?
Yeah.
Like, you have to show me that you can actually do the work.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe I can't pay you, but I'm gonna pay for your transport and all the
Yeah.
things that you've picked up for me, and the fees for like the clothes and things like that. But like, whenever you're starting something, you have to know that you're gonna have to do things for free for the first couple jobs that you take before you start pricing, naming your price.
Yeah.
Because it's a building thing. You can't
100%.
just jump into something and then start asking for
Yeah.
big money. Like,
I'm not going to pay you £1,000 when you don't have a portfolio.
do you get
Like,
what I
it just does
mean?
not make
It
sense.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And it's something that, like, I feel like people really need to understand in the creative world, because even like starting as a creative director, you gotta build something before you can be like, this is who I am, this is how I work, and this is how people identify me as a creative director. You have to have some sort of like lens that is very specific to you, and you have to be ready to do that for people that don't have a huge budget.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
just the tea. Yeah.
I love that. How do you decide what to say yes to and what to say no to? Because with that, it's like there's visibility.
Yeah,
But
literally.
then actually it's like, is
It's a
it
slippery
me though?
slope. It's a slippery slope.
How do you navigate the slippery slope?
Honestly, I'm still trying to, like, I asked my parents for advice.
Okay.
They're very supportive. I asked my friends for advice. By the end of the day, it's like ultimately my decision. So like, I sit on it. I don't make rash decisions. I'm very like, I take my time to think through things before I jump into something. And just weighing the pros and cons and really ask yourself, is this something that I'm gonna look back on 2 years ago and regret doing? If the answer is no, do it. If the answer is I'm not sure, maybe don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I kind of do that.
Yeah. And as a versatile artist, because you flow through the genres,
Right.
from like the Hills remix
Thank
to
you.
Supreme D to Better Off, which I love that song.
Thank you.
How do you navigate that while also being true to DEELA as an artist?
I it's just who I am. I don't know. It's just who I am. I feel like I'm lucky that I'm like, God gave me this talent, and I'm able to just like, I guess, as a 23-year-old girl navigating life right now, the things that like I'm going through is like, God, situationships. Throw that like,
God punish
oh my God,
situationships.
no, like
I want better for my girl.
Like being strict and like holding your ground, because being strict, yes, is easy in theory when you're talking about it. Like, no, I'm not gonna do this and that. Like, I'm not even talking about just talking about like boys or girls, whatever, but
It's just
in
discipline,
general.
yeah.
Discipline is hard to follow through sometimes. But when you now realize, like, if you keep doing this, it's gonna become a habit, and that habit is gonna seep into your life, and then it's gonna affect you. Like, if you can't stand for what you know you should be doing right now, then will you ever?
That's the big question, actually. And I think it also comes down to how bad do you want it?
Yes.
Because for a long time, I can even speak on it. I used to be very, like, just happy. Not even happy. I knew I was always destined for more, but I was very much just coasting. I was being very, like, complacent about the gifts that God has given me. And I think if you don't take action and be disciplined about it and follow through, it's a waste. It really is a waste. And somebody else with less is going to do more. It's
gonna take it. Yeah. 100%.
So how bad do you want it?
How bad do you want it? You have to work for it. And it's a fact. It's a fact.
100%. How do you navigate the business side as an artist? Because I think there's like music and then there's the music business.
100%.
Speak on it.
She said, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
what's so funny is when I started making music 2019, started putting stuff out in 2020, I was just releasing. I didn't know press. I didn't know you have to like reach people. I just used to think that people that were on magazines and stuff like that, it was because the magazine reached out to them, wanted them. I was like, it's because these like because they're found, they're just putting the music out. But artists are paying for press. They're paying 10 grand up to be on the cover of a magazine. They're paying for these spreads. Like, press is expensive. That's one side of things that when I found out, I was like, oh, if I have 5 grand, I'm also not going to be paying.
That's why
for this.
Big labels profit. And that's why it's the same people you see across different things, because they have the big budgets.
Literally. And also there's a lot of politics. There's politics in everything, and there's politics in music. Like, people and artists are very interesting people.
I think so.
Very interesting.
Can I speak on
derogatory? Interesting in a derogatory, like derogatory, yes, like to keep it cute. And it's like, it's actually never that serious. There's 7 billion of us in this world right now. Like, someone is big in India, you don't know who they are, but they're good. There's space for everyone. You don't need to act like I'm here to take your spot. You don't need to act as if like I'm here to kill you, like or something like that. Like, that's not the vibe. That's not tea. Like, it's just weird.
It's a lack mindset.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that translates through different industries as well. That lack of abundance and thinking that there's only room for one. But then in a way, I don't blame people, because I think the media also wants us 100%. To believe that. But then I also think it's your responsibility to acknowledge that and change it.
Facts.
And not be like,
don't feed into
it. Yeah,
don't
like,
feed into it.
Fight back.
Don't feed into it. It's weird. And people are always gonna talk on things. I feel like in the beginning of my career, I used to like compare myself to people a lot and be like, oh, I'm doing so and so. Why is this person getting this and I'm not getting this? And I was just like, comparison, first of all, is the thief of joy. Like, you can't be comparing yourself. Everyone's path is different. Like, someone could be up today and they could be down tomorrow. You could be down today and be up tomorrow. Like, tables flip so quick.
The pendulum always swings.
It's always gonna swing. The tables flip so quick. And like, you know how I say people like to hop on when you're hot? People don't pay respect till you're hot. And then you just have to clock in and be like, right, I know where you are.
But how do you navigate that? Because I have some thoughts about this. And how do you also sort of not... I mean, taking it personally is one thing, because I think we've both sort of like spoken about that, and I also try and adopt that. But how do you just not look at them like, you're whack? Because I think that's how I think.
I still look at them like
okay,
that.
cool. Because
No,
I'm like, I don't take it personally, but I think you're whack.
It's whack because it's like, you're just a clout chaser.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like, you're only hanging around people that you think you can
get
benefit off of, and they can also help you in some way. And it's like, where are your real friends? Like, who are the people that can really check you? That's strange. You don't have anybody like that in your corner, and it's gonna come back and bite you. But at the end of the day, like, what can you do? I'm not going to be the one to correct you, because this is the life, this is the path you've chosen. I don't know. I feel like I still find them extremely weird, like extremely odd individuals.
How do you sift through and like find people that are actually genuine? Because it must be tough as well, as you're growing as well.
Yeah, I also told you I'm very cautious making friends. Like, I'm very cautious making friends. I feel like there was one person that, like, I'm really close friends with her now, but like, we've known each other for a long time. I was just sussing around like for 1 year before I was like, okay, come to my house. Okay,
I know you said you were strict, but
I was sus. Like, I was like, wow, what is tea? Because like, you don't know, you really don't. But the thing is that I think I'm also learning that like, you can also sus someone for 1 year and they won't show themselves till later. It doesn't matter.
What actually scares me.
It doesn't matter how cautious you are. People are always gonna show who they are. So it's like, I guess life just goes on, man. I don't even know. I'm still dealing with this. Like, life just goes on, and you just have to be at peace with the fact that like, you actually ultimately have nothing to do with their like their actions. Think of yourself less. You live your life more.
That's real. Okay, skip that. Love that. Okay. I know you also spoke about getting a grant and how that was able to help you fund like music videos.
Mm-hmm.
How much does financial investment play part
So
into your
much, so
music?
much, so much. Like music is expensive.
Mm.
Getting your songs mixed and mastered. Like yeah, you asked me about
Mm-hmm.
navigating that as well. It's like so when I started music, I had a student loan. I was
Mm.
in uni. That was what was giving me. That was
Right.
what was helping me pay for like mixing and mastering and things like that. And I was doing a lot of my artwork myself. Like I
Mm.
just bought digital cameras, taking pictures of myself. Because at that point, I was like, I'm really not about to like be doing shoots I can't afford.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just have to cut your cloth according to your size.
Yeah.
Just be mindful. Not everything needs, loads of money. Like if
Mm.
you have a great creative idea. Creative ideas do cost money. Like
Mm.
you need money to really
Mm-hmm.
execute things. But find your people
Mm.
and size down. It doesn't
Mm.
always need to be huge and big. Like it really doesn't need to be. You just need to size down. And like I started finding about grants, but they're also very competitive to get.
How did you
So
find out about
I
it?
just, because I was in uni, I was doing a lot of research on like the music business side of things
Okay.
by myself. My manager was my best friend. She's still my best friend, but she just decided to step down because she was like, "You have too much motion, and I can't
Mm.
help you get to where you're getting to." She
Mm.
was just more on like the admin side and like
Okay.
helping me sort through like a lot of emails because both of us were still in uni. We didn't know what we were doing. We're just learning the industry together. And I just started finding about grants on YouTube and
Mm.
how to write a good proposal, how to write good applications. I'd watch those videos. Youth Music UK, they're the ones who gave me the grant. Absolutely changed my life for the better. I got that last year.
Mm.
So that's why I was able to do Good Girl No They Pay. I was able to
Mm.
shoot music videos. I was able to get proper artwork. And also Moa Lola reached out as well. She wanted to
Mm.
creative direct for me. And it's just like people like that like believe
Mm.
in you and they're like, this girl definitely has a vision. Let me give
Mm.
her the platform. Those are
Mm.
the people that have um,
Mm.
really helped me like build out this personal brand and making
Yeah.
sure that it's like how I want it to be because they've got the connections,
Yeah.
they've got, what it is I need to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
And I applied for like so many grants, like more than 50. I only got one, just that one,
Wow.
just that one grant. Crazy.
Wow. Well, I think all you need is just one yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Because I would see it as that's ultimately propelled you,
Mm-hmm.
regardless. So
Regardless.
with you having doing all these videos and all this content now, I think if you were to get another grant, it's like the proof is in the
Proof
pudding.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But they're still not giving me.
How?
It's
Yeah.
tight.
It's why is it
It's
so? Is it because it's
tight.
competitive
It's
or
just
like
I don't
what is
know. It's
it?
just so maybe too many applicants, or there's a
Okay.
lot of applicants and there's strong applicants as
Yeah.
well. Because the youth music one I did, that was like sometimes they have a age range. So that one was from 18 to ages of 25 or 29, something
Okay.
like that. And it was like £3,000.
Mm.
And like in the grand scheme of things, £3,000 is a lot of money, but it's still enough,
Mm-hmm.
to do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time I was in Nigeria, so that money stretched more than it could
Right.
in England,
That's amazing.
so I was able to just be a bit more strategic about it. And yeah, PRS also does like great grants, but like also very competitive. When you look at like the winners of the grants, you then like kind of put in perspective with like Little Sims, Dave.
Mm.
These are examples of
Oh
people that got those grants
wow.
like 10 years prior. So it's like you just have to keep applying, and there's no amount of times that you can apply an unlimited amount of
Right.
times.
Okay.
So like I'm gonna just keep applying.
Yeah. I love that. I love your resilience because I was
Yeah.
also watching something else you did and you were saying how you would like pitch to people,
Mm-hmm.
write down like loads of pitch emails before a
Right.
song comes
That was
out.
yeah.
And it just, I don't know, it made me be like, oh wow, that's so real. Because it reminds me of like what I do with this podcast as well.
Right.
It's like constantly doing that, but it's a lot of work.
And you feel it's not even going anywhere.
Yeah.
But like you can't stop because what if that email that you could have sent
Yeah.
could have landed in someone else's thing? And also it's like I said, people pay for PR, but all the PR
Mm.
I've gotten, all the press I've gotten, thankfully has been very organic.
Mm.
This year I was on Enemies top 100. That was like they reached out to me on email. I
Mm.
don't know how they found me because like my numbers aren't like the biggest, and like I used to bug myself down for it. Like oh damn, like literally I've posted this thing. There's only like 20 retweets. But
Mm.
then I've posted 20 retweets. Somehow Amare is interacting with it. Do you get what I mean? Like, you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. Like, even the baby Keem DM. I remember when I posted on Twitter, I had like only like 15 retweets to Patience Ozokwo or something like that. I was like, oh, right. And I wake up the next morning, baby Keem is like, yo, this is dope. I was like,
Oh my God. What did you do when you saw that DM?
I woke up, I went back to bed. Like, it was like 4 a.m. I don't even normally check my Twitter requests. I think I was just bored on my phone. I was like, oh, one. So Keem. I was like, nah, it's probably
Ain't no
fake.
way.
Well, I just closed it, went back to bed. I woke up the next day. I was like, this is him. This is crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah.
What did you reply back?
I was like, we need to work together. Gotta shoot the
businesswoman.
Straight to the point.
No, you're actually a businesswoman because you did that with Flo Milli as well. When you were like, do you want to jump on the remix?
Do you want to jump on the remix?
I love that.
You have to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. You have to just try. What's the worst? They say no. At least they know who you are and they still like your music.
Regardless.
And they're still following, interacting. So, yeah, I'm always going to ask.
So many gems. How would you describe your visual identity?
Oh, I feel like when it comes to like music videos and stuff like that, even like shoots, it's down to like the type of music I make. And like the music I make is stem from like my experiences in life and how I feel, like situationships, breakups, fighting with my ego, which I'm always, not always, but like it's something that like,
it's natural.
Yeah, it's something that I'm always kind of battling with because I'm like, just being real. Like, I know I'm supposed to be strict for some things. And I'm like, wow, my heart is so soft right now for this person. Like, why should I let them get away with this? Like, or why should I, not give them another chance or something like that? And it's just like, my God, DEELA. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, it's the same person. Don't ever get it twisted. Like, I'm still the same person, I don't know. Visual. I also bounce ideas off of Tio, Diamond Heart, a lot. And she helps me consolidate it.
Nice.
Like, she asked the right questions. Like, for example, this Wicked EP, mixtape rather that I'm working on right now. We just had like a really real conversation. She was like asking me about my childhood. And I more or less grew up in Ibadan. I was always going back to Ibadan.
Oh, really? I'm from there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Period. Both my parents grew up there. Okay. My grandparents grew up there and they lived there. So I was there. Unfortunately, most of them have passed away. So I don't really go back as often as I do, but that was home to me. And you can see like in the rollout, like orange, Ibadan is very orange, very rustic.
Oh my God.
You can see that in the rollout. Yeah. And like, I think I saw one comment that actually spearheaded this campaign for me. Someone was like, DEELA forces you to be confident. Someone said that on my YouTube. And I was like, facts. Because like my music is genuinely me looking in the mirror and telling myself things I know I should like listen to. Take my own advice. So if my music makes you feel like you're practicing introspect, then fuck it. This whole rollout, I'm putting mirrors in all the like pictures and the videos. There's gonna be a consistent imagery of mirrors and sand and just things that tie me to who I am, because then it makes it more fun to like be involved in the creative of the videos and the images. Like, me and Tio are the driving forces of like creative direction when it comes to like anything I do regarding my music.
I think both of you are doing a brilliant job.
Thank you.
It's really beautiful to see, especially with how clear it is. I think it's actually quite rare to be so clear, because a lot of it is trial and error sometimes
100%.
and just figuring it out. But you seem to be very clear on the overarching vision, whether that changed with like a different EP or an album, but it's still very
cohesive.
DEELA.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay. What about old Nollywood films do you find captivating? Because we were saying you love a skit. Like, if you guys don't want DEELA's videos, I'm telling you.
Like, my favorite to film was Take It Up. I love filming.
That was
fake flowers. Oh yeah, you bring fake flowers to my house. I loved filming that. Oh my god,
we could tell. You were into it.
I loved it. It's like I just love like the drama of the Nollywood films, and like the girls, like they were actually all wicked. They will eye you
Oh yeah.
down. Rita
They're the
Dominic will
baddies.
give you a stupid eye. You will even be thinking about your life. Like, what did I do to deserve this? Like Genevieve, Naji, and like they're all beautiful.
So beautiful.
These were like the standard beauty
Yeah.
standard, and like they have full bodies. They're not like skinny. They're like, you know, they really stand their ground, and like they were the ultimate party girls. Like looking back at it, and they didn't care that like their parents are like, what are you wearing? I'm out for a party.
Yeah,
Like, see
and
you
what?
later. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's the vibe, and that's who I am. Even with my parents, I'm like wearing something, and my mom was like, "Is that how you're going out?" I'm like, "Yeah, don't you like it?" And she just eyes me, and I still go.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna leave. You know, I just love the like the boldness and like the colors, and like, because we're like, you know, Nigerians, we're very passionate people.
Yeah.
Like even our facial expressions, the way we converse.
Yeah.
So it's just very important to just still have that, sprinkle it on the art that I'm gonna put out. Yeah.
What role has your family played into your self-confidence and your personal brand, and also your belief in your music?
A lot. My parents have been very supportive. I used to be, I didn't tell them I was making music for like a year. Because I was very
Really?
scared of like what they would say, like, because I knew if they told me to stop, I definitely wouldn't have stopped. Like I definitely would have continued. But I would be upset that like they didn't support like what I like doing. Especially because I feel like when I first started rapping, my lyrics were very raunchy and like
They still are.
you're looking at me
DEELA.
like, really?
I'm like, they still are. But to be fair though, I think it's your older stuff is actually definitely more raunchy.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
more
when
raunchy.
I'm telling you, I was listening. Alicia was like, do you like? I was like, no, this is crazy.
Yeah, very raunchy. I feel like, I don't know. This is me personally. I feel like when I was younger and making music, it was just very easy to just like, not easy, but it's the easy way out. I feel like when I'm writing now, I'm like, is there a more clever way for me to put this in? Like, I'm a bit more like, actually, it's
Technical
a bit
about
too,
it.
yeah, it's a bit too in the face. Like, is there another way I could say this? But before, I'm just like, your mother's a bitch, your dad's a like you a bitch. Da, 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 da. Like, it was just a bit like, I listen back, I'm like, still very tea, but chill, like, just relax. So I can understand why they'd be like, why they were like, this is crazy, like this is a lot. But so funny, my parents were like, we actually knew you were gonna go down a creative route, but we just thought you were gonna be an actress.
Okay.
I didn't see music happening for you, but we just thought you were gonna be an actress. And my cousins were not surprised. They were like, we kind of saw this.
Yeah.
My friends were not surprised. I guess I was the only one just a bit like scared about what they were gonna say. And like my parents have been very, very supportive. Like the first EP party I threw, like for the first project I put out, Done Deal. That was like even me just like messing about and like a bunch of YouTube beats. I was just like, I just want to put a project out. My dad helped me pattern a venue for me in Lagos. And like it was literally, I opened it for everyone, but it was literally just my closest friends that came to the thing. But it was just nice. And he got drinks for everyone.
Oh, that's nice.
And like he stayed with me till the end of the party. And like if I'm like struggling financially, like I'm very grateful that they're able to help me in some spaces, because they're like, you know, they can see the hard work that I'm putting. If they saw that I wasn't working hard, then they definitely would not be helping me.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. That's really beautiful. And that self-belief from parents goes a long way.
100%.
Because it also translates in the confidence that you present to the world. You know you're showing up authentically because you also have backing at home.
100%.
Like they always say, there's love at home.
There's love
so
at
it's
home,
like,
facts.
you know, of course, you're doing this for the love of it. But
Facts.
even when you do get criticized, I think it's nice that you also have like a safe space to fall back on.
100%, yeah.
Because I imagine as you grow and scale this, it's probably going to get even trickier with like public opinions
100%.
and all of that. So it's nice to know that you have a safe
You know,
space.
Nigerians, they care so much about what other parents are saying and what other people are doing.
Mad.
So like, you know, the network is also kind of small. So like when they hear DEELA as a rapper, isn't that so and so's daughter? But my parents actually like, I think my dad told me someone was like, oh, like, is your daughter not afraid that like this rapping thing might go da da da? And he told me that he told them that like she's good, she's on Enemy 100. And I was like, period.
He ate that.
Like,
I know that's right.
Yeah, like speak on it. Yeah. So I love them.
Love them. How do you ensure your personal brand stands out through your music?
I feel like it's just, again, thinking, does this strike me as like me? Like, is this really like, is this a facade? If it's a facade, I don't want any parts in this, because it's very easy to like as an artist, like you see people are like, oh, this phase is over. Like when they put this EP or project out, time to go to a new phase, which is fair and great. But to me, I would like those phases to be connected. At least, like, this is just a different aspect of her.
Right.
Like maybe this, like, Good Girl No They Pay, that's the stricter side of DEELA. But with this project, yes, she's still wicked, but maybe she's gonna show you that she's a bit less strict, or she's a bit like more in touch with this emotion. And at the same time, you can still see it's still me, but everyone is multifaceted. It's about how you like present it, and making sure that like it's cohesive and it's in tune with who you are. And I feel like I'm blessed that like I've been hitting the nail on the head, you know, for the past 5 years I've been doing this, because I've just been learning low key. Like even the beginning, people used to tell me, "Oh, your branding is so good," and in my head I was like, I'm not necessarily doing anything. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm just going with my intuition. And I did a lot of research into like what is a brand, how to market yourself. YouTube is a great resource for things like that. And those are like the important things you have to find out as an artist yourself, because you don't want someone to tell you how to do that, you know?
Yeah, and just to piggyback off your last point, I think that's something that as people get bigger, like in the creative field, I imagine that would be quite hard, because now it's like a machine, right? It's almost like you're just a puppet and everyone's like, you go there,
You do
this.
this,
And
right?
I just cannot imagine myself ever saying yes to like everyone.
Everything, yeah.
So I think that being able to clearly define who you are in the beginning is so
important,
integral. So when you're
100.
also having these conversations, you have more confidence to stand your ground, because you actually know who you are
Who
and
you
where you're
are,
going.
facts.
Because if you don't, then of course you should take advice, because they're trying to find who you are. So that's really interesting, actually.
You see like big artists still kind of struggling to like connect with people, because they don't necessarily know how to like present themselves in a true form in like their music and their brand identity. So they're just getting advice from different people, and it's just always missing the mark, because it's not necessarily who they are. You know, you really have to just practice introspect and sit in silence with yourself.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What do you want people to feel when they witness your brand?
Oh, I want them to like feel like something is waking up that they didn't realize was there. Because like I feel like when I make music and I listen back to it, I'm like, why am I sad now? I literally told myself, you know, don't do this, da 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 da, or like, why should I care about this? Because my music is very much like, I feel like it's very passionate.
Yeah.
And it's very like stand your ground. It's very much like, who do you think you're talking to?
Yeah.
You know, type of vibe.
Where I'm from, we don't take
We don't take no. We don't take none of that. No.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's like
it's
what's the question? Sorry.
What do you want people to feel when they encounter
When
your
they
brand?
listen, yeah, I feel like I want them to feel energized.
Yeah.
I feel like the best way people can really connect with me and my music is for them to come to a live show. Because on stage is the most alive and recharged I feel. I feel like people can see, like, face to face see me, and then crowd engagement, I love that. Like, put your hands in the air, side. Like, I love performing. And I figure I've seen that, like, when I'm performing, a lot of people actually don't know who I am. Maybe they've heard my name. And then when they see me perform at the end of the show, they're like, wow, I didn't know you had that in you. And then that's what drives people to talk about you. The best way people can share your music, word of mouth.
Yeah.
Because when people are like really fawning over your music and like, that girl is so good, they'll go and check you out.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. Yeah. Come to my shows if you really want to have a good time.
Okay. And how do you handle criticism as such? Because with the good, there must be
always
some
bad, yeah.
like, do you get loads of like negative comments or
I not loads, to be fair, but like people just talk out their ass.
because I think it's crazy. Like I always say, I think it's actually crazy how everyone can just tweet something about someone.
Right.
I think like have your opinions, right? But say it in your group chat. Like there's some things I think I'm just not going
You're
to
not
say
gonna
out
say
there.
it, no.
But I just think it's crazy. Like someone can pick up a phone and be like, "DEELA is this and this," and then you can read that.
And
Like
they don't even know who I am.
that's crazy.
They don't even know who I am.
Like how do you handle that? How do you feel when you even see something that's remotely?
I I remember I went
offensive.
I remember I went viral once on Twitter because I posted a picture and I was like, I almost don't look wicked here. Which is the funny, like kill me. I was just
Wait,
like being
I
funny.
want to say that. God forbid a girl
And
is
no, I was
hilarious.
just being funny. The tweet went viral. Guys were like, look at this cutie patootie. Who is this? Like, what's she talking about cosplaying to be wicked? Her music is trash. Her music is this. That. I was like, wow. I really got under your skin. Like, what did I do? This is crazy. But
I
people
need to see this picture.
people just yarn. People just
Yeah.
yarn. And like a lot of it is just air. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm doing something I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're just here hating.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not actually stopping my motion.
Yeah.
So I actually don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about when people talk about the way you dress? Because I think that's something that's like a consistent thing amongst like female rappers in particular.
Like
Even
looking
the
at their
American,
stylist,
yeah. Even the American like rap girlies get it as well. Like,
it's not for everyone.
mm,
It's not for everyone.
yeah.
If it's not your cup of tea, cool. It's someone else's cup of tea. Like,
yeah.
is your music cannot be loved by everyone. The way you dress cannot be loved by everyone. You yourself cannot be loved by everyone.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna be in a rat race trying to satisfy everyone.
Yeah.
And there's literally no point in that. You're just gonna burn yourself out.
Yeah.
That's how I
Has
see
there
it.
ever been a point where you read something and it made you feel, actually, are they right?
I think one comment there was one comment I read on Twitter was like, like that am I not afraid of like marketing myself as wicked babe, that I'm gonna be scaring people off, like I'm not gonna have any
Like
love
scare men.
interest. Yeah, I'm not gonna have any love
They
interest.
love that.
I was like, wait. Is that why no one is approaching me? Like, this is crazy. Because when I moved to Lagos, like,
yeah.
I would just like, I don't know. This is shade to all of you niggas as well. Sorry. But you guys don't know how to move to girls. Like, they don't know how to move to ladies. Like, either they just come off too strong or like they just stare and it just comes off weird. And like, why are you staring at me? So like, I don't know. I'll stare back and I'm just going to give you off energy too because like, I'm giving back what you're giving me. So it's like, I was just thinking like, so am I supposed to be smiling back at these people? Or like, what is like, I don't
What's
know.
the
Am
vibe?
I doing something wrong? And I was out thinking like, am I scaring the hoes? Like, I don't know. There's no way I could be scared. Maybe I'm scaring the hoes. And that was actually my mind for like a week. I was like, wait, is this branding scaring the hoes? Like, this is crazy.
I don't know, because I feel like men also kind of love that.
Right.
So I think you're doing perfectly
right.
fine.
Thank you.
Give up the good job.
Because I was genuinely pondering. I was like,
Okay. But also, I think there's something about like confident girls that just generally intimidates people. Facts. Not even just like men. You see in the workplace, and we're speaking about it earlier on. It's just an energy shift that if you don't have it internally, I don't know what about it. It's really interesting, actually.
I feel like it just sucks the air in the room for them.
Yeah.
They're like, why is this person like this? And maybe I feel like it stems from jealousy because they also want to be in that space that you're in, but they're still figuring it out. So instead of like just being normal and like just walking in the path that they need to walk in to get to where they are, they just start to hate instead and like give off weird vibes and give off weird energy. But like, I literally don't play into that like at all. Like, I don't subscribe to that. Cause like, no.
Yeah, I think they're trying to trick you out of your spot.
Right?
Yeah, I also think that's also why I mentioned that it's important to have love at home and have that foundation built, because I think people try and do that to humble you, to make themselves feel better.
There's a war on bad bitches. Yeah. They always trying to humble the bad bitches.
Speak on it.
You niggas are trying to humble the bad bitches.
But it's like, why?
And I'm not gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
Blocked.
I feel like a real one will see you for who you are, and like that's it.
But it's a dire situation out here, bro.
I know. Don't worry, girl. You'll be a real one. You'll be a
dire
real one.
situation.
I feel like
bro.
real ones attract real ones.
Facts.
So it might take a little longer, but it'll happen.
Yeah, but right now I'm hungry for success, so please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. Are there any moments where you've felt like you wanted to rebrand your image or rebrand like who you are?
Honestly, no. No.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I like
no.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
No.
I like that. Okay. So how do you navigate the industry as a woman and staying true to who you are?
I feel like, first off, as a woman, you know, like you talked about the media
Mm-hmm.
and like how we always feel like people feel like there's only space for one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely fell into that mind space at some point and was like, yo, like it should only be me, that like people like I don't want to share my space with other people, and like I can see that people are giving me weird energy because they also don't want to share their space. But I'm like, it's actually really not a competition.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you can't feed into it. So it took me a while to like honestly be like, no one is actually after me. Like no one is like, this is actually not in my head, but it's clearly
You can
like the
control it.
environment that
Yeah.
they're trying to build, and like I'm not gonna try and like feed into that at
Yeah.
all. So it's just like, again, removing yourself from situations that have nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Because like I saw this TikTok was like, you're thinking about yourself too much, and I was like,
Yeah.
real.
No, we all do that. It's like
Yeah.
we magnify situations and like our actual presence in our heads
Mhm.
when it shouldn't
It
be. It's not
shouldn't
that
be.
serious.
It's not that serious. It's not that
Yeah.
deep at all. At all. Yeah.
Yeah. And your Jeffrey Campbell
Campbell.
campaign was just incredible. And like I
Thank
said earlier
you.
on, it was very on brand.
Mhm.
I see that as the first of many. I know you've
Amen.
also done stuff with like Bershka.
Amen.
But what
Yes.
sort of campaigns do you visualize for yourself? Let's speak into
Ooh,
existence.
amen. I 100% want to be a Miu Miu girl.
Nice.
Like I just love their
I
stuff.
see that.
Right? I just love their stuff. I love elevated basics. I feel like they do that
Mm.
so well.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a history of working with artists that are also like great. Like they've been working with Doechii,
Mm-hmm.
working with Cortez a Star. And I just love the palettes and like the ballet shoes that they do.
So cute.
Just cute. I feel like I dress like chic, like street chic. Like I like
but
to,
still feminine.
yeah, still feminine. I like to be edgy, but also have like feminine touch here and there. And I feel like they do that great.
Yeah.
I also 100% want to do like a campaign, beauty campaign with like Sephora. That could be cool. Or even like Danessa Myricks, because she is dark-skinned woman making these amazing products. And I love her story. Of like, she also quit her job, like I think like quite late in her career, and she just built this thing, and it's just amazing.
It's taking off.
It's taking
I
off.
use her blurring balm.
The blurring balm. I use the
it's so
skin
good.
tint, the blushes.
Yeah.
Just chef's kiss. Mwah.
Yeah.
I really want to do something with like Levi jeans. I feel like they're so cool. They're doing
Ooh,
something with
nice.
Beyonce
Yeah.
right now. And I just feel like, yeah, their jeans are great. Their jeans are great. It would look great on me. I feel like I could do something that's just very innovative and, you know, tie it back to like being wicked, because like I love the word wicked. Like it just means like it could be like that party was wicked.
Yeah.
Crazy good. That girl's wicked. Derogatory, but also absolutely amazing. Like it could be both. It could be both. I'm just thinking of all the brands. I literally have it all written down.
Nice.
But those are like, that's like the main. Like Miu Miu is like one of the ones I really, 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 really want to work with. I think they're really
I can't
cool.
wait for it to happen.
Amen. It will.
It absolutely will. Okay. We're getting into the final parts of the episode. What does DEELA do on her day off?
Day off. I am chilling with friends. I love quality time with my friends.
Is that your love language?
That's my love language. Quality time, 100%.
What's your next one?
Quality time, acts of service. What are the other ones?
Physical touch.
Physical touch, maybe like 5.
Words of affirmation.
Actually, words of affirmation is last.
Very smart.
Maybe physical touch is 3rd.
And then there's gifts.
And gifts. No, okay. So what's the
quality
first one? Quality time, acts of service, physical touch, gifting, and then words of affirmation. Yeah.
Nice. How do you see your personal brand evolving to align even more with what you love and what the world needs?
I love like playing tennis. I play tennis on my off days as well.
You said you were playing as a child as well.
Yeah,
right?
I've been playing since I was like 7. So it's like a huge part of my fitness journey. I definitely would love to like set up like some sort of foundation to get more Nigerian kids playing tennis, because
That's
like
so dope.
there's just not enough, you know, playing tennis on an international level. And we have so much talent, because I remember I was playing in a Koi club. The kids were great, like playing amazing tennis. and we just need more opportunity to really
Yeah.
scale where we need to be. And I would love to be behind that as well. And also, like, in the grand scheme of things, I would love to definitely be making music for a long time, but I would love to go into different aspects. Like, I would love to go into acting. Like, the same way I know Eddie Murphy's a crazy example, but he's a comedian,
Yeah.
but also like a great actor.
Mhm.
And then because I'm behind so much of my creative direction, and I know what it means to like build an idea to execution, I would definitely love to like have a creative agency in Lagos that's based in Lagos.
So maybe something like what Taylor does. As well.
Right. Yeah, just
nice.
help people. And also, there's so much creative talent in Lagos. There's so many people that need to be connected with other people to execute jobs for them.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't have a network of creatives to tap into.
Yeah.
And I really want to be the one to create that network and, you know, creative direct for other people. If people are coming to Lagos and they want to shoot a video, they come to my creative agency because they know I have the best creatives that can help them execute that vision.
Yeah.
That's like long term what I would definitely love to go like venture out of. And
That
yeah.
makes so much sense with everything we've spoken
Right.
about and what you're doing. I love that. Okay, so the last couple of questions.
Mhm.
This podcast was inspired by a Japanese concept called Ikigai. You can see in the logo.
Oh, nice.
And the idea behind that, it translates to like your purpose for living. So there are 4 questions, and the idea is that once you answer those 4 questions, you're closer to your purpose.
Right.
So I'll ask you the questions, and then you can just say like rapid fire.
Okay.
Or if you want to expand, feel free. What do you love?
This is so bad. I was gonna say myself.
Leah Wood.
Literally.
No, because my sister's the same.
Right.
She literally makes me like refer to her as princess. I'm like, I'm
Right.
not saying that. Like, that's crazy. I'm literally not saying that.
Leos, we're actually the same. Unfortunately, we are.
Okay, what do you love other than DEELA?
Okay, I love music. I really do. I really do love creating music in my own time. I don't put pressure on myself to do that. And yeah, I love music. I love my family. Things that keep me grounded.
Yeah.
And real people. I really value my friendships.
Yeah. What are you good at other than making music, of course?
I am good at giving great advice. Actually, I would say I'm good at giving great advice. My friends come to me for advice all the time. I'm good at seeing things from different sides. But that's also like, I guess, like, is that me playing devil's advocate? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, and tennis. I'm good at tennis.
Nice. What can you be paid for outside of music?
Creative direction. Definitely creative direction. And yeah, creative direction.
Okay. And what do you think the world needs?
I think the world needs more understanding and respect and understanding for people. I guess love in general. And we need to value community more again.
Yeah, in a real way, not
in a real way.
transactional
Exactly,
way.
yes.
Yeah, or in a marketing way.
In a marketing way.
Yeah. I love that. Do you have any questions for me?
Sorry, excuse me.
No pressure.
Questions for Rayo. Okay. Did you go boarding school?
I did.
You did?
Similar to you, I went to boarding school in England and went to boarding school sixth form as well in the
Would you
UK.
be a rapper? Would you ever go into any sort of music thing related?
No, right now, no. But you know what's so crazy? Like, I'm a barb, right? So I grew up on Nicki Minaj.
100, yeah.
And I love female rap. Like, I love rap and hip hop in general.
Right.
One day at you...
You jumped on the track.
No, it's so crazy. No, I didn't even jump on the track. I was just writing lyrics. I was so pissed off. I was like writing diss tracks. Like, I was like,
that's how it starts, you know?
I know, but I was like, no. You have to know what you're good at. That's not my forte. I just had to respect myself. I was like, yeah, no. But I love it though.
Right. It's actually a way of self-expression, for real.
It really is. And I understand why sometimes artists say like there's certain songs that are so personal to them that they can't present it or like perform it. And I think it's so real because that's your thoughts that the whole world is singing loud at you. And if it's not something that's like lit and fun, that's so personal, I imagine it will make you quite emotional. Yeah, I don't think I could handle that.
Right. It's putting a lot of your life on paper. Like when you said Better Off was one of your favorite songs, I was like, Like,
But it's because I can relate though. I'm like,
right, yeah. But it just took me back. I was like, damn, it stings. Like, oh my god, be
Yeah.
vulnerable.
You
but
should do more of those tracks.
right. I will in the upcoming mixtape, Wicked. I'm very excited to put that out. It's like,
when is it out?
October, by God's grace.
Okay.
But I'm releasing a new single next Friday.
Oh yes, Slide. So I liked the
yes,
preview. I'm excited to see.
Yes, ma.
I'm excited to see what comes out after that.
Yes, I'm very excited. So this new music I've been working on is like so interesting, and it's still very me, and I'm very much rapping, but like I'm loving the fact that like I'm exploring the electronic space and Afrobeat space and fusing the two together to just create something that sounds uniquely like me.
Yeah.
I feel like the music I've been playing for people have been like, I love when people say when they hear my song, they know it's me.
Yeah.
Because that's
the
the best compliment.
Yeah.
To like know that you have a specific sound and people can recognize your voice, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Real ones, if you enjoyed this podcast, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, or leave a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Make sure you check out DEELA's new single, Supreme D, and she has a new one coming out. When is Slide coming out?
On the 15th, next Friday.
Okay, so hopefully this is out before then, but you can check it out on the Friday. So, love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, girlie.
Thank you. That was so nice.